Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to just be doing my day-to-day full face routine, just because I feel like every time I post a video you don't want to see me do the same thing to my face every single time. So I just want to have this video posted so that you can go back to that if you want to see what I do for my face. Can you guys see my dog right there? She's like sitting on the bed. So usually I will wash my face, and then after my face is dry I like to use this. It's called Arbonne. This is a regenerating toner. My mom got this for me because I tend to have like pretty noticeable pores, and this really helps to minimize your pores. So I always do this after I wash my face. Just give it a little spray. Once that is all dried, I use this Clinique moisturizer. It's the Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. So this is part of their 3-step skincare thing that they have, and this is just the moisturizer that I use every day.
No time for apologies, 'cause it's not my fault. Carelessly, I let you fall away from me. These inconsistencies made me fall apart.
Okay, and then the last thing that I do just to kind of prep my face for putting makeup on is I use this Lush lip scrub. Okay, so you just want to scoop a little bit out and just gently scrub it on.
It's funny how I can cry.
Okay, and then after the lip scrub, I just take a little bit of chapstick and put it on because my skin and my lips tend to get a little bit dry in the winter, so just that little bit of moisturizing to my lips while I'm putting the rest of my face makeup on. I feel like it makes a difference when I go to put my lipstick on at the end. Alright, so now that all the prep is done for my skin, let's just jump right into my face routine. So I'm first going to just go in really quickly with this Sephora Rose Water Hydrating Mist. If you saw my last video, I use this after my makeup is all done, but like I just said, my face tends to get a little bit more dry in the winter, so I like to use this just before and after I put my makeup on. It smells so good too. I love the way that this smells. It's a very refreshing scent. I really like it. Okay, and then I'm just going to go in with the Benefit Porefessional Primer. I use this every single day because, like I said at the beginning of this video, my pores tend to be a little bit more noticeable. So using that toner that I started with and this primer, I have noticed a huge difference in the appearance of my pores when I use these two together. And then for another primer, I like to use this Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer. I think that this one is really nice when my skin is like extra dry and I just need a little bit more moisture in my skin. That one is really nice if you have dry skin. I'm just going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. I have like this little mini one. It's almost gone. I need to get a full-sized one for myself. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but if you saw my first video, I was so nervous and I just felt like I was being very awkward talking to the camera, but even just doing that one video, I feel so much more comfortable in front of the camera now. Like, I don't know, I feel like I'm more myself right now than I was in my first video. I was just a little bit more shy about it at first. Okay, so I just took a little amount of that Smashbox primer. It's really good if you have oily skin. It just makes your foundation look more matte, which is what I really like, so I always put that in my areas that get really oily. Okay, so next I'm going to take this Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. I'm going to put a very little bit of that on my pinky, and then just kind of dab a little bit under my eyes because I do have some dark circles today. So that's just going to help to hide them a little bit and brighten.
But these insecurities are killing me. This called security, they're eating me alive. Still I die.
And then this has a little bit of a shimmer to it, so I like to put a little bit just up on top of my cheekbones underneath my foundation, just to give my skin a little bit more of a glowy look once my foundation is on.
These inconsistencies made me fall apart, fall apart.
I don't use this every day, but I am using it today just because I want my skin to be a little bit more glowy looking today. So now it is time for the foundation, and I use the Fenty Beauty foundation in shade 120.
Lost my mind 'cause I haven't seen it in a while. But these insecurities are killing me. This called security, they're eating me alive. Still a tight jealousy is my best policy. No time for apologies, 'cause it's not my fault. Carelessly, I let you fall away from me.
And then again, just going in with that e.l.f. blending sponge, and we're gonna blend it all out.
But these insecurities are killing me. It's called security, they're eating me alive. Still a titan. Jealousy is my best policy. No time for apologies, 'cause it's not my fault. Carelessly, I let you fall away from me. These inconsistencies made me fall apart, fall apart.
Then again, just going to take just a tiny bit more of that foundation and go in with this mini beauty blender. Put that under my eyes, just again to help cover those dark circles. And then I don't do this every day, but I just put my foundation on, and now I'm going to go back in with that hydrating rose water from Sephora and just give it another quick little spray. I just want to make sure my skin is like really hydrated today. Okay, and while my foundation is drying, I like to do my eyebrows before I put any sort of powder on my face. So we're going to go in with the Anastasia Brow Wiz in shade Blonde to first line out my eyebrows, and then I'm going to finish filling them in with the Anastasia Dip Brow, also in shade Blonde. And to do that, I'm using the Anastasia number 12 brush.
Can't take this anymore.
So just gonna go ahead and line these out really quick.
Slowly drowning every moment, and I think I'm running out of time. Make it go away, bring
eyebrows need done so bad. I feel like I'm also getting better with facing the camera as I do my makeup this time too, because last time I was like just completely like in my vanity, but now I feel like I'm at least looking at the camera a little bit more so you can actually see what I'm doing. Fall apart, fall apart. Okay, so now that my eyebrows are pretty much lined out, we're now going to go in with the brow wiz. Then once I have the brow wiz on the brush, I like to finish lining out the very ends of my brow and then going back in and kind of like filling them in some more.
Now I can crack a joke but not a smile. Think I lost my mind cause I haven't seen it in a while. But these insecurities are killing me. This call security, they're eating me alive. Still a die time. Jealousy is my best policy. No time for apologies, cause it's not my fault. Carelessly, I let you fall away from me. But these inconsistencies made me fall apart, fall apart.
Okay, so now that my foundation is dry and my brows are all done, I'm going to go ahead and set my face with this Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I'm going to go back in with that mini beauty blender and put it all under my eye to let that set while I contour the rest of my face.
These inconsistencies made me fall apart, fall apart.
While my face is setting, I'm going to go ahead and contour. I just want to do something a little bit bronzy today, especially because I think it will look nice with that kind of glowy look that I'm going for. So I'm going to take the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and I'm firstly going to contour my nose. Okay, so now that my nose has just a nice light contour, I'm going to go ahead and do up around my forehead.
Can't take this anymore. I think I'm going out of my mind. Slowly drowning every moment, and I think I'm running out of time. Make it go away. Bring me back to better days when I was emotionally inclined. But these insecurities are killing me. These call security, they're eating me alive. Still I die time. Jealousy is my best policy. No time for apologies.
Okay, so that is all done, and now we can contour the cheeks. I have pretty high cheekbones, so I start right at the bottom of them and then just drag it up towards the top of my ear because that's kind of where my natural line falls anyways.
I haven't seen it in a while.
And then I'm just gonna do a little bit very lightly along my jawline.
But these insecurities are killing me. Please call security, they're eating me alive. Still a tight time. Jealousy is my best policy. No time for apologies, 'cause it's not my fault.
And then now that the contouring is all done, I'm just gonna take this Morphe brush and wipe away any of the powder that was sitting while we were doing that. And pretty much all of the brushes that I use are Morphe brushes, so they don't have any numbers on them. They're actually just some like brush packs that I got. The majority of the brushes that I use come from those Morphe packs. Okay, and once all of that setting powder is swiped away, it's time to do blush. And I did buy a brand new blush yesterday, since if you saw my last video, you know that the only other blush that I own was that MAC one. So I decided it was time to try something new. This is the Too Faced Sweethearts Perfect Flush Blush in shade Peach Beach. It's really pretty. It's got like 3 different shades in there, and it's got a nice little shimmer to it as well. So again, I'm just going to take a Morphe brush. This is the first time that I'm using this, so I'm kind of excited to see how it looks. Okay, so very first impressions, I'm mad that I only used one blush for so long. I love this blush. I think it's a gorgeous color. I really like the little bit of glow that it gives to my skin. I think it's so pretty. Okay, and then basically the last thing that I do just for my full face is highlighter, which is also my favorite part. So today I'm going to be using this Fenty Beauty Hustla Baby. I was really excited when Rihanna released the Fenty Beauty products, but if I'm trying a new product, I usually like to buy the mini versions first if it's available, because it's cheaper, and then if I don't like it, then like I don't feel bad because I didn't buy, you know, the big thing of it. So they had a little pack at Sephora that had this and a mini version of the lip gloss, which was the other product that I really wanted to try. So I always go for the minis first, just to try out something new, and then if I like it, then I don't feel bad committing to a full-size product once the mini one runs out. And then the minis are also really nice for travel too. I'm not gonna do the highlight on the inner corners of my eyes or on my brow bone right now, because I am going to do another video after I'm done filming this one of an eye look, so I want to leave my eyes alone. So I'm just going to highlight the rest of my face right now. So I'm going to start with the Fenty one, and this Morphe brush. This is the brush that I always use for highlighting. I'm not a huge fan of the fan brushes. Not a huge fan of the fan brushes. That's so stupid. I like the way the product sets on my face better using a smaller brush like this. With the fan brushes, I don't know, I feel like I have less control of where I'm putting the product, so I just like to use the smaller ones. So I'm just going to start with a little bit on my nose. And then also on my Cupid's bow. take some on my cheekbones. I like to drag a little bit up here as well.
But these insecurities are killing me. It's called security, they eating me alive. Still or die time. Jealousy is my best policy. No time for.
And then I am going to use another highlighter as well. I'm going to use this, ooh, it's a little reflective. I'm going to use this Sleek Makeup highlighting palette in shade Solstice. I think Jaclyn Hill is the first person that I saw use this palette on her Snapchat story, like at least a year ago, maybe 2, I don't remember, but the highlight from it was just so beautiful. So I'm going to use this shade right here in the bottom corner. It's just like the strongest highlighting palette that I have. Like the glow you get from this is unreal. So this is definitely my go-to. Like, look at that. It's gorgeous. And you know, we want people to be able to see your highlight from space. I love the highlighting palette. Everybody, do yourself a favor, go get the Sleek Makeup highlighting palette in shade Solstice. It's the best highlighting palette you will ever buy. Okay, so now the full face is all done. So again, just one more time, I'm going to go in with the Sephora Rosewater Hydrating Mist. You're probably so sick of hearing that, but I love this. And there you have it. There is my full face. Pretty much the routine that I stick to every time that I do a full face of makeup. You know, I'll switch up the blush that I use or the highlighter. Basically, that's what I stick to every single time is this. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment down below telling me what you think. And also let me know what kind of videos you guys would like to see, because since I'm just starting up my channel, I could really use some ideas as to what videos to do. So again, just thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next video.